Welcome back to the Fourth Estate Militia Actual Play. Locked in a soundproof room with no matrix access, no guns, no bombs, and a very angry man across the table. Or as the Red Wires call it, a typical Tuesday. It's time to begin episode 43. You need to be able to shank a guy before they shank you.
When you actually go inside, the walls are completely matte black, and there is a full chrome table with chromed out metal chairs, half of them reinforced for trolls. And on the center, in a plain white piece of paper folded over, just says "sit down."
In the meantime, by the way, Juliet's going to start snooping around the whole area. She should have done this earlier, but
Could I have used a common sense to give improv control of my fly spy?
Yeah, that's fun.
I'm not a very good pilot, but I can use the sensors. Is that basically all you kind of want out of it?
I mean, you can send it to like hover over this and keep a watch from your smuggling compartment, right?
Yeah, for sure. Can I just toss out an E-War to do that, Pickle? Or
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, and Mr. GM, did they allow me to bring the dog inside?
Yes.
Alright, so we got a big-ass Rottweiler with us.
So, do you guys sit down?
I threw out a perception check to look for improv-style poison wires and explodey bits.
Nothing appears to be amiss.
Sure. He'll give it a shrug, and he'll look at one chair, and he'll just move it that quarter inch because you have to reposition it a little bit. And he will sit down, and he'll snap his fingers for Gregor to sit next to the door. On the inside, that is.
I will lean next to the side. I could sit down when they come in, boss. I mean, King. I mean, Your Highness.
It's cool.
I mean, King, Your Highness of Redmond. And over DNI, you better call me that in the future. Because that's what I am, yo.
So, you guys just sit there?
Yeah.
How long are you willing to wait?
I think Kennel's got about 5 minutes of patience before he starts getting real nervous.
We'll leave the door open. We won't leave it shut. That way we can still communicate with Juliet and improv.
Okay.
Yo, improv. I just had a
Yeah.
real weird thought. You want to check the blimp?
Yeah,
sure.
we got the spy drone that we have over the treehouse.
Yeah, everything looks fine.
in the meantime,
only
Juliet's
outrigger.
just wandering the neighborhood. Anything amiss there?
Nope. After about 7 minutes of you guys sitting there, like just long enough to where you both kind of start sweating everything out, improv with your fly spy outside. You see one of the doors open, and out walks a man in a black suit. It's a fairly nice suit with a just a plain white button up underneath, and a red fez, with like a little tiny like cone hat sitting on his head with like a little yellow string hanging off of it.
Okay.
He walks out and closes the door and sits down in front of Kennel and Horatio.
Is he human?
Oh, he is elven. He has blonde hair. His face, like despite like most elves being very pretty, this dude looks like he's been he's been in fights. Underneath one of his eyes, he's got a nasty, jagged scar down from like his occipital bone down to like his jawline, and his nose looks like it's been broken multiple different times. And he's fairly big, like fairly well built for an elf as far as like muscle mass goes.
Kenna will look at him and shrug. You wanted to meet, we're here.
So, which one of you is Horatio?
Yo, you see this guy? Then he points at the troll. This is the King of Redmond. This is the baddest bad guy of Redmond. Yeah,
Yo, man,
you best respect.
I'm so bad I coat my guns in orichalcum. That's how bad I am.
Then why is it that you have the dog?
Yo, 'cause he's my homeboy and he travels with me. And he'll point at Horatio and give him a head nod.
That's right, that's my dog.
So, Troll, where's your other two friends?
What makes you think I only got 2 other friends?
Do not play dumb with me. Where are your friends?
Oh, I'm not playing. And quite honestly, I don't know right now.
Are they outside?
Probably they're them outdoorsy types. They don't like to be inside too often. So yeah, they're probably outside. Is there a point we're going to get to?
Listen, if you and your friend Don't wish to die. Bring in your friends.
I gotta do the judge intentions dice real quick.
Okay. What do you want to know?
Is this dude acting or is he for real?
This dude is definitely for real.
And because we have the door is still open, so we have the DNI. The speed of thought. This dude's for real, yo. He wants us all here.
Has Julia picked up anybody in the surrounding neighborhood?
Nope. Like outside of like the normal people who would be there, random squatters or low lifestyle people. Yeah, no.
Right. Yo, man, you're gonna have to do business with us. We ain't done.
Right. Juliet gets Kennel's ping. She will start sauntering back toward the bar, and this time she's going to have her AK slung over one. Is the bouncer still there?
Yes, he is still there.
Yo, Horatio's like the boss, so you need a deal, you deal with him.
I am not some random street trash orc.
Well, he'll pull out some prosthetics. I can't understand you. You might want to use these.
I'm gonna do
Kiddo,
the-
with his Zen what are you trying to figure out here?
Basically, I want to know if he is a skilled hand-to-hand combatant. Specifically, if he is trained in close combat.
You get the feeling that yes, he is. Maybe not directly hand to hand, but he is a trained combatant.
Perfect. All right, so this is the part where, I woke up early. I got in my pickup truck. I drove all the way out here to fragging Touristville on a gesture of, he'll snap his fingers 2 or 3 times. Good faith. That's the word, good faith. And so far, all I've got from you is you barking commands about how we're all going to die if I don't find my crew, even though I'm inside this building with you, if I don't find 2 other people in my crew and get them inside. So how about you tell me why it is you got problems with us, and then maybe we'll go from there and we can figure out a way to make everything copacetic.
Yeah.
Whenever you hit the how about part, he shows you his hands and very calmly, very slowly pulls his jacket to the side, reaches like inside it, and just pulls out. It looks almost like a tube. It's about 6 to 8 inches long, and just sets it in front of himself. Has his hand resting on it. Bring your friends here now, or you die.
Man, it sounds like we need to kill this guy. Fuck this guy.
So
Yep.
This little tube thing, was it basically like the evil scientist glass vial?
No, it looks to be a. Could you make me an armor check, actually, or like?
Well, if Horatio is feeding video to Improv, or actually I have my Simrig going, could I feed my Simrig?
Yeah, either
dinner?
one of you. Yeah, either one of you could be feeding to Improv or Juliet. Improv, you could roll armor. Or Juliet, I know you have like firearms trivia.
Mhm.
Could roll that at a -2.
Okay.
I unfortunately have no knowledge skills that are weapon related, no armor, no nothing like that.
I have automatic weapons, and I also have I saw it on the trids.
Oh, you could roll saw it on the trids and kill you. Yeah, you could roll sci-fi or fantasy trids here. That would also. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, all of you recognize what this is after you look at it for a few seconds. This is a mono whip.
Okay.
He's holding a mono whip in front of you. It's heavily personalized. Like you actually see like the weight hanging off. Like when you actually look at it, you see like the weight slightly hanging off the end. Bring me your friends. Our arrangement shall be with all 4 of you, or you will die.
Yeah, Juliet's sprinting as soon as she sees that.
Wait, important question: sprinting which direction, toward or away?
Toward. And she's yelling at Improv, "Get in here now!"
Oh, are we actually doing this?
Yep.
Oh.
Ju-
Oh, I thought we were
Juliet-
killing him.
Juliet sounds panicked.
Now, remind me what we put in the murder
What?
armor.
Don't, just don't keep talking. Please, he's probably gonna.
Just remind me what we put in the murder armor. Was it the acid that blows out the front, or is it in a 360?
I would say 360. That would make the most sense. 'Cause in case you get shot in the back, it still sprays out that way.
I just want to make sure I understood that Improv had rigged it, basically hit the detonator and it'll pop the gore packs, but they've been.
That you could choose which direction that you're going. If you're popping it yourself.
Oh, this is so difficult because I want to attack, but like as the character, like I want to just fucking kill this dude, but as a player, I really want to hear what he has to say. Like I'm super curious.
Yeah, hold on one tick for that. Just quick out of character pause for the in character.
You may be able to get him to talk more. Listen, yo, nobody in the Barrens likes the hand they got, and this is the hand you got, so you just best deal.
Juliet's screaming over DNI. Do not.
All right.
Look,
And,
No,
and over,
don't give it that kind of please. Just tell him I'm coming, please.
look,
and,
man.
and over DNI, remind him of the Thor shot.
All right, so first things first. You, what do they say in the trids? You have me at a disadvantage, because apparently you know exactly who we are, but I don't even know what I'm supposed to be calling you.
That is not important. I work for the Benanitas.
I'm
They
not.
hired me.
I'm not asking what your mama calls you. I'm saying, what do you want to be called? See, us around here in the Barrens, we was like raised with a little bit of respect for each other. So,
Kill. He's a professional hitter. Don't.
using my olfactory sensor, am I picking up? I'm specifically looking for any kind of smells of gun oil, of explosives, of anything along those lines.
You just get a faint scent of something that doesn't quite match here. Well, like that's just unusual. Something that you didn't smell before this guy walked in.
Of all the times to whiff a roll, that's got to be it.
Well, I mean, you could always edge it.
He's an elf. What do you expect? Of
I
course
know
he's
these-
going to smell good.
It's because they eat leaves and gnaw on grass. They smell different. That's it. So who exactly is it that sent you here? Because like I said, I got... And Kennel will scratch his chin in that pausing way. I got myself a little midnight visitor who told me about this meet and greet, but she wasn't exactly forthcoming on who it is I be talking to. So I don't even know why I'm here right now, and that's just what I'm trying to figure out.
Heatwave she's a rival of mine.
That's funny because Heatwave is an ex of mine.
No.
I guess you don't know her as well as I do, player. So, if she a rival of yours, why are you here when she tells you to be here?
She approached you as a favor for me. Who approached me as a favor for my gang.
Gang? Who you roll with?
The Brain Eaters.
I was going to guess
Now.
the dudes with really nice tailors, because that is a nice jacket you got right there.
He just kind of nods. Do you guys have like fashion? Like anybody have like fashion or anything?
No, but he has gangs, right?
Not yet. That is an eventual
you
goal,
could-
but not yet.
Yeah, you could roll gangs. And Julia, like whenever you show up, the guy's like, "Hey, I can't let you in here." He's wearing the colors of the Brain Eaters. They wear black and white with a bright red fez.
It's not just black and white, it's actually checkers.
Yeah, I know. Ginger Plan, I'm coming through.
Oh,
so bad.
Mine says black over white.
It might be an
it-
older source book, but I think they used to wear checkered
Well,
pants.
no, they may be. If that's the case, it would be very small. It'd be mostly black with like occasional white squares throughout the suit. Yeah, like he fits the colors of them.
Jazz taking on my way.
In improv, if you want to head in, you can as well.
I mean,
It's up to
if
you.
that's what we're doing, then sure.
Horatio, like when you say that, he goes, "I can hear you."
I'm talking to you. Then he looks at Kennel.
Yo, you looks like you're not the only person that's got loyalty in your gang, huh? So I'm still trying to figure something out because I'm beginning to think we both been had. See, now Heatwave and I, it was a brief thing, but it didn't end very well. And then all of a sudden I got her saying that for some reason Brain Eaters got beef with me. And from what I'm hearing of you, Heatwave talked to you and set you up to talk to me. Now, specifically, she said that she was sending someone to have a conversation with me. And I'm still trying to figure out how you work into this. And all I can imagine is that she's trying to play one off of the other.
We are both trying to avoid a war.
And what does that have to
But
do with me?
When someone steps on my turf, I must react.
Yo, what
You
turf?
red wires stepped on me turf.
Yo, we got set up by the Crush in our home. The Crush put us where we supposed to be.
No. Red hot set you there. Not the crush.
No. You're thinking of the recent stuff that was done by the spiders that they're blaming on us. They're fronting. That's
Oh,
that's who your mutual enemy is.
Is this about all them homeless people that got gunned down? Yo,
Yeah,
homie,
spiders.
I hate to break it to you, but that wasn't us that was doing nothing. We've been having beef with the spiders for a while. You better go talk to them. Kennel's actually going to laugh when he realizes that, like, this, oh, this is what this is about. And he's going to let out something of a, like, just let out that breath, like, God, not this shit again.
Where is your team?
Mr. GM, where is my team?
Juliet, you would be there by now. Improv, I'd say a couple seconds behind her. And again, like, Juliet, if you have any weapons on you, the guy would not let you through unless you handed them to him. Same for you, Improv.
So he wants both taser and pistol as well this time?
Yeah, he wouldn't allow either.
Just to confirm, the room we're in is it like empty box with chairs and table, or is this like a set up dining room?
Cyberpunk out a dining room, and then get rid of all the neon, just add matte black and chrome.
Okay, is there, so like, are the chairs, are they all hard metal chairs? Is there a tablecloth on the table? Are there fake curtains hanging on the walls? Anything along those lines?
No, it's just like it's a large like office table, like where you could set 8 or 9 people around it pretty easily, and then hard metal chairs.
So does it have the like the center post that comes from the middle of the table down to the floor so that everybody can fit their legs underneath? Or is it like
Yes.
Okay, so it's not like a
Yes.
picnic table with them on the
center
corners.
no, center post directly in the middle of the floor.
Now, is it mounted to the floor or is it just on legs that come out of the center of the table?
Looking at it, it looks like it's straight into the floor.
Okay, so being a big troll and leaning forward and pushing my elbows down a little bit on it as I'm looking at this guy, and I turn my head to look at the door. Does the table budge underneath my weight?
No, it's pretty thick. Like it's about an inch or so thick.
Okay, so have Improv and Juliet arrived to the room.
Juliet, yes. Like when he says, "That is your team," I am only going to talk to the team. Yeah, that's when like Juliet will show up and Improv can be heard running up the stairs.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
And he just gives a slight smile as you both move in. If there's anything what you want to do, go ahead and let me know.
Could I do something there, Pickle?
Yeah.
Over DNI, he would remind our fellows to use their antidote patches, just in case they're exposed to anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just as an aside, she would have, again, as per habit, chucked magazines from weapons before she handed them over.
Okay. That's
And
fine.
yeah, another patch as she goes up the.
Yeah, when he hears you guys actually like moving in, he reins in the anger a bit and just sits back very gently into his chair.
So the first thing Juliet would do when she comes into the room would be examine the guy, just look him up and down really closely, suspiciously. By the way, did we all talk about what happened with Red Hot and the rent payments, or has that not been discussed? I'm forgetting.
You guys haven't discussed that yet.
Nope.
No, we've been sending money and drugs in his direction.
Yeah, that wasn't discussed after we heard about the visitor. It was just kind of said that the Brain Eaters had a problem with us, but there wasn't really much discussion about Red Hot and the lack of rent money going up the ladder.
Well, rent money, drugs, ammunition.
We've been paying our dues.
Juliet coming in on this guy. He smells weirdly enough, he smells almost like a hospital. Is the best way I can describe it. Like he smells like antiseptic. I don't know if you've ever used like the soap. Like if you've ever gone to a hospital, like you actually like use the soap that they have hanging on the walls. He smells like that.
Okay.
Kennel and Horatio, how nervous are you guys?
Kennel's never seen a monowhip. I mean, just something in the trids, but he doesn't have any idea firsthand just how insanely deadly those things are. And he's still thinking in terms like Baron's logic. There's 4 of us, and I got my dog who's trained to attack, and I'm wearing this awesome armor. And this is just one dude with a funny accent, not to mention he's an elf. And Kennel really doesn't think very highly of elves, so he's really not. I mean, there's the standard nerves of, we're in a meet and violence is about to happen, but it's not like he's afraid of the guy. He's not nervous about what's going to happen.
Horatio,
Horatio's pretty on
how
edge.
nervous are you?
He's very much on edge. He's like on that, the adrenaline is surging. He's got the cram, which he doesn't do very often, running through his system. So he's on the edge of that fight or flight mode, right? And
Okay.
on top of that, being a Barons person, he's kind of aware that if, as an elf, you make it to adulthood, you're probably pretty deadly, because you can't get by on raw charisma in the Barons. You need to be sly. You need to be quick. You need to be able to shank a guy before they shank you.
Okay. Juliet, like you hear the thump, 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 thump of Horatio's and the deep dum, dum of Kennel. But this guy's, like, instead of like his heart rate being very quick, it's very, very slow. It's just dum, dum, dum.
All right. Where would we start here? She watches the guy for a moment, eyes widen further. She herself, Juliet, she looks disheveled right now. She's just breathing hard. She's just been sprinting for a short while. She's really on edge. She would sort of skitter over to Horatio and clamp a hand over his shoulder, or make a slashing gesture across her throat. Then eyes back on. Did he even say his name? I don't
Nope.
think so.
Nope, I was trying to get some kind of name from him. He hasn't given anything up.
I'd like to roll something for that.
Okay. Improv. You see this very calm elf, that nasty scar on his face. Everything else has been covered up. Horatio, with Juliet saying he might be a hitter, they have a couple of people, but they more come off as like boogeymen. It's hard to tell if like what's actually fact, what's not. And the Crush have a couple of people like that too, right? Heatwave is actually kind of considered one of them. People who are really good at getting rid of people, but it's either stuff that they're getting well paid for, or they owe somebody something for something in the past. If he's one of these guys, he's definitely pretty deadly at the very least.
He'll bow before his king someday.
So,
Hi, I'm Juliet.
Vitch,
Please don't kill him. They're useful. She's pointing at her, Horatio and Kennel. I kind of like you better than Heatwave because, you showed up in person and we haven't even seen freaking Heatwave and he's been making a lot of promises. So, do you think we could maybe figure out some way to be good renters?
I'm not interested in revenge.
Good start.
I have a way for you to repay me, but it will require all of you to submit to something.
Wait, I'm hearing repay and submit, and yet we haven't
Oh,
done nothing.
Not to me. Not to me. It's in Hollywood.
Over the DNI, Improv would say, if we're gonna do this, guys, just make sure you remember everything about him, and I'll figure out a way to give him plague. That whip is dangerous, but if you poison someone, they die real bad. So I'll poison them one day. Don't worry.
I like where your head's at.
I mean, I will make a targeted bioweapon. That's not a problem.
It's in Hollywood. It is a series of games. We get paid handsomely. If you win, you get paid handsomely.
A series of games. Well, look, I hate to break your heart, but, my daddy didn't teach me how to play. Dang it. He'll look at Improv. What's that game called with the horsey and the castle and the dude with his chick and the priesty guy?
I don't know. I never had parents.
Yeah, whatever that game
Or-
is. My
Or,
daddy.
well, I mean, literally I did, but I think they're dead or sold. One of those two,
I think you're thinking of Miracle Shooter.
Miracle Shoot, yeah. Yeah, my daddy never taught me how to play no games like that, so maybe you should be a little more clear. And, you might have to dumb down the words for us common barons folk over here. Because so far you're using words like repay and submit, and I just don't understand those words.
I mean, everybody knows Horatio doesn't know the meaning of submit because people bow before the king.
Yeah, Horatio, and he's going to poke himself in the chest, doesn't know the meaning to a lot of words. So how about you explain what you mean?
I need you to submit to a medical, a medical examination.
You know, homie, if you're not going to take this seriously and Kendall's going to make like he's about to stand up, ain't nobody putting a glove on and telling me to turn my head and cough. I don't know what you're into, but this ain't got nothing to do with us.
It's to make sure you're healthy enough to run and fight.
Everybody knows that when you go to the doctors, that's when they inject you with a special plague that Doc Wagon is trying out. They've done it before.
How well do you know trades? Private ones. Ones that are only allowed on certain grades.
I'm not saying I watch a lot of, but maybe I watch a lot.
Of course. There is a show that I wish for you to go to that we will be paid for you to show, and you can be paid for winning. Or
We
you
can
die.
do that. But
Or you die. Good choice.
big guy, one thing, medical tests? No. Sorry, but you're not getting my blood.
It's
It's someone
not blood.
What?
It's not blood.
Oh, okay.
It's a physical. That is all it is. You stupid, you casting something for not understand. And he goes off in in a language none of you understand.
And at this point, Juliet would turn to Kendall and start nodding as rapidly as she can.
And if you don't have a sin, there will be a sin fake given to you. That is all.
So you're telling
Take
me
it or
you
leave
want
it.
you want us to go get checked out by a doctor? Kendall's going to hold up his thumb. Then we're going to go to Hollywood. He's going to hold out his finger. We're going to play some kind of game. He's going to count his third finger. And if we win, he pulls out a fourth finger, we get paid and everything's good.
Yes. Why do you make it so difficult?
You, he's going to look at the other three with this look of just like disbelief. You want us to be movie stars?
Over DI. It's like a pit fight. It's like a pit fight. You guys have seen that before, right? It's a pit fight. There's prizes. Big thing. He just takes most of the money from us. That's fine. But Kendall, this is perfect. It's really good actually. We want territory, right? We want rights. We need to be good renters. It's like we're stuck between the Rangers and the Crimson Crush, right? This is perfect so we can get into his good races, and then can we give up the Nuyen for maybe like some territory, like cell pleasers or something, like.
Kendall's still just looking confused as hell. All right, so what type of game are we talking about? What type of New Yen we talking about? Because maybe we can work out a little bit of real estate in exchange for cred sticks.
No real estate. No. That is off the table. I am being gracious to you for not killing you for infringing on my turf.
Oh,
I earned that.
no,
Now,
let's be clear. It was the spiders, allegedly, who did such things, and really, you should be talking to them. You should
Yes,
be very
because-
thankful that we're talking
yes,
at all.
because the spiders have a troll who has a dog who spits fire.
They do?
I mean, they're pretty.
A small little dwarf who likes to shoot things a lot. Yes, that is the spiders.
Well, they're pretty good at I mean, they're crafty, right? They spin their webs, and then he makes like the fingers, like he's knitting something.
Kendall's actually going to slap his
Shut
hand on
up.
the table. Them fragging spiders trying to steal my style. Oh, I hate them.
Shut up, I am not an idiot. Now, you can have the area that you have fought for that can be yours. I will not care. If other gangs try to fight it for it, I don't care. If they are part of the Benedictors, fine. If they are part of the Karash, fine. I do not care. I just want you to go to this place so I can get paid for sure for what you have cost me. That is all.
Over at DNI, Kendall's going to craft a straw poll for yes or no. Just click yes, click no.
Yes. Hammering the yes button. Guys, this guy's a professional. He might actually be able to kill all of us. I don't want to die.
Yo, Jules, you only get to vote once. You screwing up the votes because right now it's like 720 yes and 0 no's. I mean, you only get to vote once.
That's how it should be.
Oh, I could take this guy.
This is again over DNI. He's like, yeah, I'm still thinking about just ending this fool right now.
And at this point, Juliet turns and says, with complete seriousness, "If they attack you, they're not with me."
Yo, improv, what do you think?
She physically scoots away a couple feet.
Well, I mean, right now we probably don't have a chance because this guy looks, kind of out of our league. I mean, for now. So we're probably gonna have to do what he says for now. But I am going to poison him eventually. I'll probably make him go blind first. That's probably the best way to do it. Because then if he tries to use that thing, he'll probably cut his own arm off. So that. I might poison his family too. I'll have to find out if he has a family. Hold on, let me write that down.
All right, man. So this is what it's gonna be. We'll fly out to Hollywood and be in your movie trid, and we'll play whatever this game is you want us to play, and we'll make all this new yen.
No, not fly. Literally,
You want me?
Hollywood.
You want me to drive out to
2 hours. 2 hours down the road. 2 hours.
Oh, that Hollywood?
Yeah, it's where they make all the SimSense and BTLs.
Oh.
Yes.
You know, I actually met one of the girls that was in one of the chips I was watching.
I do not care.
Yeah. I mean,
Just yes or no, and we go.
Hey,
Or you die. I don't care.
That was a very good story. You should maybe listen. You might enjoy it.
You idiots are wasting my time.
all right. This is what we'll do. We'll go up to Hollywood, not the good Hollywood, but we'll go up to the Drecky Hollywood. We'll do your game. We'll make the money. You kick us that turf. I only want one more thing, and we'll do it.
What?
I want to know who it is I'm talking to, because the king of the barons don't waste his time with. He's thinking real hard, and he snaps his fingers. A pawn.
Ain't no pun. I prefer Zeta Comp. But I was going to give you this anyway and be all dramatic, but no, you have to be idiots. Fine. He reaches into his jacket and pulls out a. It looks like paper or like a stiff paper or plastic, like light plastic.
Like a business card or like a sheet of paper size? Like how big is it?
It's about like 6 inches, give or take. Like 6 inches, about like 3 inches. And it looks almost like an E. It's like a backwards 3 or a really curved E.
Yep, it's him.
Yeah, Kenna will snap his fingers and point at Juliet, and then point at the page that the man pulled out of his jacket.
He just hands it to you. Fine, don't get to be artsy-fartsy. I get it. You're not cultured. You're stupid Eucassians.
Over D&I. Yo, improv, what is a Eucasian? Like, is that an insult? Like, am I angry or is that?
Well, no. He's saying Eucassian, right? We're in the UCAS. That's the country. We're not Eucassians, though. Well. I mean, you might be. I'm not. I don't have a sin.
Do not care. Do not get the scary professional mad. Let's get out of here, please.
So Kenna will just suddenly stand up. Cool. Whatever. We'll play your game, man. And then he will hold his hand out to shake the guy's hand.
He stands up, walks over to you, doesn't touch your hand, like he touches your forearm and slowly lowers it, and he like wave you down to like bend down towards him.
Okay. Kenna will is his feet are slightly more than shoulder width apart, and he's ready to go if he has to. But he will, with a firm grip on this guy's arm, he will lean forward.
And then he will do like the French greeting. Like he'll like put like one cheek to yours, fake kiss. Put the other cheek to yours and fake kiss. Now let's go.
What, you mean like right now?
This.
Yep. Man, I ain't even had my soy Rito yet. You just messing with my dietary regulations right now.
Come.
There's the Stuffer Shack in Elmhurst. They've got the best. It's 1% lard. That's what makes it so good.
Yo, is this thing gonna be catered? These games?
This. So we get good money for this. So this.
Oh, cool. Hey guys, at least we're getting breakfast out of it. Yo, how long is this gonna take? Because I got plans tonight, and Kenna will start walking out of the room.
All day, most likely.
What? Man, that's a bowl.
Let's go. And he leads you outside.
What did he do with the mono whip, by the way?
He just put it back in his jacket.
Okay, so right after he's done that, like the moment he starts to turn, Kendall is going to send a group DNI. Kill this fool now. We've been taking some pretty serious jobs in this campaign. We've fought ghouls, we've blown up smugglers, Kendall raised a hellhound, And we've murdered other gangs. I mean, we we actually stole a gang after killing its boss, Plushy. So we, the players, we decided that we wanted to have a session that was a bit more lighthearted and even a little silly when compared to our usual work. So we ask that you relax, kick back, and join us in a little bit of fun. We look forward to seeing you next week, and thanks for listening.